ओके सो आई गेस थोड़ा हम लोग का 10-15 मिनट का रिकॉर्डिंग सेशन हैज मिस्ड बट दैट इज ओके वी हैव ओनली कंप्लीटेड वन स्लाइड तो वो वन स्लाइड वी कैन ऑलवेज reconsider further. So when you talk about like knowledge and information explosion, the more important part is that whenever the development is required in an organization, a good amount of knowledge and information collection is important. Then you have a global competition as well, n numbers of, you take any product, you take mobile phone, you take mouse, you take laptop, you take books, you take whatever product, you take a chocolate biscuit, band-aids, you take nail polish, you take any product, you take any product from your home, and you can see, you can find 10 companies who develop this product, who manufacture this product. So a good amount of competitions can be easily seen. And nowadays what happening, the people are really moving ahead, they're going beyond the boundaries of a country and they are trying to reach the other countries. They might be going to Japan, China, Germany, Russia. Okay, they want to expand their business. For this you require a global competition. So global competition always enhance to develop the organization on regular basis. So every company need to have a focused कि भाई मुझे कौन से जगह पे, मुझे कौन से पर्सपेक्टिव में, कौन से डिपार्टमेंट में कहाँ पे फोकस करना है. शुड आई फोकस ऑन रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट, शुड आई फोकस ऑन HR डिपार्टमेंट, should I focus on employee performance, should I focus on international relation of the employees, should I make much more easier about the functions of a company, should I reduce the restrictions in the organization, what should I do, that is more important. That's why the development also plays an important part. Then it is a people who can only offer strategic advantage to the organization. It can be developed, learned and practiced. So need is something like organization OD is something like it can be developed, learned and practiced again and again and again. That is more important. Then no two are similar in mental abilities, traditional sentimentals and behavior. As I said earlier, no two family members are similar. वैसे ही no two companies are similar, no two employees are similar. अगर आप किसी दो लोगों के हाथ को चेक करोगे तो उनके जो हाथ की लाइंस होती हैं वो भी सेम नहीं होती. Similarly, two people do not have a same mental abilities, they do not have a same traditional sentimentals and behavior. दो लोगों का बिहेवियर कभी भी सिमिलर नहीं होता. So that is, they have some or the other kind of difference with each other. So that is more important, that whatever gaps are there that needs to be fulfilled. The OD intervention has a high probability of success in bringing the positive change in organization. Following areas needs to be focused, that is a human resource, workplace culture and climate, global market dimension, and accelerate the pace of change. Whatever now we have studied here, same thing is mentioned here. Human resource, wherever the human resource development is required, that needs to be done. You need to find out the employees in an organization, which employees really require training and development facilities, which employees are not performing at par, they are not matching with the standard performance and the desired performance. What is standard performance required and what are their actual performance, are they having a gap? So what are the gaps they are facing, and that gap needs to be bridged, that gap needs to be fulfilled. Then only the organization can move ahead for the development part. So human resource is not a liability, human resource is an asset of an organization. Employees is सबसे बड़ा asset होता है किसी भी company का. If you really has a good human resource, you really has a very good company reputation and you can easily make, you can achieve a goal whatever you want. So human resource is one of the most important concept of every organization. Then workplace culture and climate. As I said, the culture means how the company behaves, how the company has a mahal. Okay, how the climate is there inside the country. Is this a professional climate is there? They have the traditional firms are there. Now many organizations are traditional firms as well, family owned businesses. So family owned businesses में थोड़ा सा वो professional ethics and professional way of behavior देखने को नहीं मिलता. But when you talk about the MNCs, when you talk about the organizations who are really working a different pattern, जैसे Google हो गया, Facebook हो गया, Okay, then you have Tatas, then you have Mahindras, you have Patni. These are the companies who really has a very different way of working. They have a professional ethics. They have professional ethics to do the work. So that is more important. So working culture also plays a very important role. Then you have a global market dimension. You are not doing a business on regions, on a city, on a district, on a state. You are doing a business at a global level. You can go beyond the boundaries. You can reach to different dimensions. You can achieve, you can expand your business on whichever country you want. So you can reach to the next level wherever you want to go. So that is more important. Then accelerate the pace of change wherever and whenever the changes are required. That changes needs to be implemented in the organization on a regular basis. Change अगर markets में दिखता है तो company has a responsibility to make the employees more comfortable that these are the changes are happening in the market and we need to cope up with that changes. We need to make sure that the changes can be easily implemented because employees are such a way that they do not want the changes easily happen in the organization. हमको भी अगर अगर मुझको या आपकी खुद को एग्जाम्पल में ले लो तो आपको भी फिलहाल तो कोई चेंजेस का जरूरत नहीं, पसंद नहीं है आपको भी. You do not want any change happening currently in the regular life because changes, when change comes it makes you uncomfortable, and once you come to the uncomfortable zone it is a time that you start growing. जब तक आप कंफर्ट जोन में बैठोगे ना तब तक आपका ग्रोथ नहीं होगा. जब आप कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर आते हो ना तो आपका ग्रोथ मीटर स्टार्ट हो जाता है. You start moving towards the development part. So you need to accelerate, you need to increase the speed of change. So whenever change is there you need to accept that change and you need to implement into the organization. That's why it is more important that change needs to be accepted by all the employees of the organization. Then importance, see this is again the same part what I see in the book has a very different concept. They always has similar kinds of topics, okay, but they have just changed the terminology. First you have an organization change, what I have explained right now. Again growth also plays a very important role, the more important part. Okay, then work process, something like a company is involved in the organization development. It analyzes the process for efficiency and accuracy. Any quality control measures requires to attain company standards are put in place. Then evaluators are placed to duplicate the processes. Work processes needs to be understand more effectively how the work processes is currently happening. Okay, that is more important. The evaluator needs to make sure that is there any duplicate processes happening in the organization. Okay, what something like with respect to you, you need to measure the quality as well. Wherever required the quality needs to be changed. Okay, wherever you need to analyze कि जो processes follow हो रहे वो processes properly follow हो रहे कि नहीं follow हो रहे. That is more important. You need to find out if there's any duplicate processes happening in organization. That duplicate process needs to be eliminated immediately, or else it can create it can increase the cost of an organization. That's why it is important for the company to find out the work processes and how it is working. Then you have a product innovation, as I said, company needs to develop their product effectively. Okay, they need to understand ki what is a trend happening currently in the in the market, and whatever product and services we are offering to the employees, are we matching with the market or not. So product development is really really important. अगर प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट नहीं हो रहा है तो द प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट हमको करना चाहिए. अगर प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट नहीं हुआ तो it will be more problem for the company. As a Nokia, I've given example, this kind of examples always. Nokia did not move, they did not made any kinds of product development in their organization. They have not made any kind of developments. जो उनका कीपैड का फंक्शन था वो कीपैड के फंक्शन पे रहे. They have not updated that software, and Samsung took that opportunity, came up with the touchscreen mobile phones in a market, and slowly and gradually they moved the Nokia out of the market, and now Samsung is ruling the market. So product innovation is important. It helps the organizations to make that competitive analysis, technological development, consumer preference. They can understand the consumer preferences, target market research, to whom you need to target, who are the target audience to whom we need to focus. Then manufacturing capital, does the organization has a manufacturing capabilities or not? Okay. Then patents and trademark, you need to make sure that the patents and trademarks needs to be find out, and that needs to be done. So that is more important. Then you need to have a contractual relationship. Contractual relationship is something like you need to have a significant, there plays a concerned party role. They needs to make sure that the concerned parties plays a very important role in the organization. Okay, this point I have missed to write in the slide. Okay, so contractual role also plays an important role. They need this also plays an important role, in significant role, important. Just a moment. So when you talk about like importance of OD, these all 4 points plays an important role. So organization change is important, as well as growth is important, work process is important, product innovation is important. The human performance improvement process. Now when you talk about like human performance also plays a similar role. जैसे कंपनीज का important role होता है, similarly human performance also need to be understand. You need to make sure that human performance is gazing or not, human performance is matching or not. That is more important parts. You need to make sure that whatever employees are working with the companies, are they performing as per the standard required by the organization? If there's a gap between the standard performance and the actual performance, you need to analyze that gap. You need to find out the reason why there's a gap between the standard performance and the actual performance of an employee. For this, you need to first analyze the business analysis. You need to find out key what desirable results are required by the organization. You need to set a standard. You need to set a standard by the organizations to make sure that key, this is, for example, 1,000 laptops. In coming quarter, I need to sell 1,000 laptops by hook or crook. So I have a team of 100 employees, and I'll give the target of like 10 laptops to each person. सो आई मेक श्योर दैट कि हर एक एम्प्लॉय 10 लैपटॉप कम अगले 3 महीने में बेच पाएगा. इफ he is able to sell that 10 laptops, means he has a good performance. If he would able to sell 7 laptops, 6 laptops, 9 laptops, so that is we can really understand ki I can understand the performance of the employees. That is more important. So business analysis is that you need to find out what is the desired level of results you are required in the organizations. Then performance analysis, you need to link the performance directly with the business goal. You need to have a direct connection with the goal. What is the ultimate goal of the organization? That is more important. So you need to finalize the goals. You need to link the performance of the employee directly with the goals. Then third, you need to find out the data collection. How many employees could able to sell 10 laptops entirely? Otherwise, how many employees able to sell 9 laptops out of 10 laptops easily in the organization? तो जिनका 9 या 9 से ऊपर है उनको कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बिकॉज दे रियली हैज अ स्किल्स. If the people cannot sell around like 6 to 8 laptops, so what is the reason? The people who sold 4 to 5 laptop, what is the reason? There's a communication gap. There's a communication gap in with them. They do not have a skill, technical skills, okay, communication skills. They are not understanding the product. They won't able to convince the customer. So that entire thing also need to be understand by the organization, and you need to find out what is the reason behind it. Cost analysis, that's called cost analysis. Ki what is the actual reason why this certain employees could not able to complete their work? What is the reason? They do not understand the product. They do not have the knowledge about it. They do not able to find out who are the target customers. So there would be n numbers of reasons. So reasons need to be understand. Then you need to find out the intervention selection. You need to go to the root cause. You need to select, you need to go for a solution which can help the organizations to complete, you to fill that gap, to fill the gap of a performance. So solution needs to be find out in the organization. That is more important. Okay, just a second. So selection of a proper solution is also important. So which is the best solution for which employee? See, all the employees, all the 100 employees would not have a same issues. किसी को कुछ अलग सा problem होगा, किसी को कुछ अलग सा problem होगा. So different employee will be having a different issue. So you need to distribute the different problems of the employees in a different groups. So the best solution is to be find out. And whatever solutions you are will selecting, that solution needs to be implemented. You need to find out, हाँ ये बाबा मेरे ख्याल से 100 में से 50 लोगों को टेक्निकल इशू है. They are not understanding the technical terminologies of a laptop. They're not understanding about the screen, the length and breadth, the motherboard, the hard disk, the DVD writer, okay, the RAM. They are not aware about the keyboard. So there's a various terms are there. They are not really understanding, and this lacking behind the employees to convince the consumer to purchase a laptop. They're not able to explain the warranty guarantee systems of a laptop to the consumer, the services of a laptop to the consumer, due to which they might be not aware कि बाबा हाँ ये हम लोग potential consumer को convert नहीं कर पाए. So this gap can be easily filled. Once you start filling the gap, you need to do the evaluation. You need to find out कि whatever gaps you have filled, are they effectively working? अगर वर्किंग हो रहा है तो दैट इज वेरी गुड पार्ट. अगर वर्किंग नहीं हो रहा है तो अगेन यू नीड टू स्टडी मोर. यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट मोर कि बाबा वेर इज द अगेन वेर वी नीड टू वर्क मोर. That is the evaluation part. So once the performance, once the training is done, still you are finding something that is more important to be filled. So this is the human performance improvement is required. Then you have the counseling techniques with reference to development, employees, society, and organization. See, counseling is one of the nowadays counseling are really playing an important role. People have n numbers of tragedies in their life. People are so stressed. People are so depressed in their life. People have n numbers of problems. That would be family problem, financial problem, marital problem, okay, relationship problems, children problem. There will be n numbers of issues are there. And for from this, from due to this all the problem, people's performance, the employees performance really go down. आपको भी, मुझको भी, सब लोगों को some or the other kind of stress are there in life. अभी हर एक लोग तो बोलते हैं नहीं कि मुझे ये स्ट्रेस है, वो स्ट्रेस है. हर एक को कोई ना कोई स्ट्रेस होता है. आई गेस भगवान छोड़ेंगे ना तो सबको स्ट्रेस है लाइफ में. दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. तो इंक्लूडिंग अंबानी, टाटा, बिरला, सबको सबको पकड़, जो इंसान है सबको स्ट्रेस होता है. स्ट्रेस, डिप्रेशन, टेंशन, some or the other problem is there in life. So we need to cope up ourselves. We need to find out कि हम खुद को self motivate कैसे करें. Now self motivating or self explaining ourselves that okay, this is a problem, I can really understand, we can go through it, we can understand it and we'll find a solution. लेकिन ये जो self motivating वाला factor है ना, ये सबसे implement नहीं होता है. हर एक जन बेसिकली खुद को समझा नहीं पाता कि हाँ बाबा ये गलत हुआ, I'll take a lesson from this and I'll not do similar kind of mistakes in future. Okay, financial problem में I'll really work hard more, I'll do dual job or I'll give more performance in my organization and I'll try to achieve more goals, so मेरा promotion हो जाए, increment हो जाए. अगर financial problem से बाहर आ गए तो if a family problem, so you try to show that maturity, you try to show that कि हाँ बाबा हस्बैंड वाइफ के बीच में कुछ स्ट्रेस है, तो अगर वाइफ आपसे कुछ सुन नहीं रही तो हस्बैंड को सुनना चाहिए, या हस्बैंड नहीं सुन रहा है तो वाइफ को सुनना चाहिए. तो दैट गिव एंड टेक एंड दैट व्हाट यू से, यू नीड टू come to back foot, you need to come to back foot and you need to understand each other, small things to be understand. हर एक छोटे मोटे चीज को लेके झगड़ना, it is not a point. But there are some peoples who really don't cope up with this all kind of stress, so for them we require a counseling. ये जो साइकोलॉजी जो करते हैं डॉक्टर लोग, साइकोलॉजी साइकोलॉजिकल पीपल्स, साइकोलॉजी डॉक्टर बैठ के कुछ दवा दारू देते नहीं है, वो सिर्फ बैठ के आपको ब्रेन वॉश करते हैं. They'll sit with you for 2 hours, 3 hours. They will listen to your entire tragedy. They listen to your entire problem, and they'll come. They will talk to the patient on a frequent basis. They will talk to the patient on regular basis. They as a friend, as a कोई डॉक्टर बन के बात नहीं करेगा, as a friend बैठ के बात करेगा. एंड बीइंग एन फ्रेंड दे ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ऐसा हुआ है तो तू ध्यान रख कि ऐसा गलती नहीं होना चाहिए, तो घर से कम बात किया कर, या फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम है तो थोड़ा सा डुअल जॉब या कोई पार्ट टाइम जॉब कर ले. तो दे ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन एंड दे ट्राई टू ब्रेन वॉश वॉट एवर नेगेटिव एक्टिविटीज हैपनिंग इन देयर ब्रेन. दिस इज द मेन रोल ऑफ अ काउंसलिंग. आप भी अगर आपके फ्रेंड्स में या आपके फैमिली मेंबर्स में कोई भटक जाता है, होता है, हर एक के लाइफ में होता है, और हर एक के लाइफ में एक मोमेंट ऐसा आता है जहां पे आप थोड़ा सा भटक जाते हो. ओके, तो यू नीड समवन हु विल ब्रिंग बैक टू यू ऑन अ ट्रैक फ्रॉम वेयर यू हैव मिसमैच्ड, यू हैव लॉस्ट. So your friend would be there, sometimes your mother father would be there, sometimes your uncle auntie would be there, sometimes your sister brother would be there. So some or the other person will counsel you and he will bring back to you on a right track. So counseling is important for development. Okay, so there's our, if you talk about a proper counselor, तो काउंसलर के भी थोड़े डूस एंड डोंट्स हैं. तो अगर डूस की बात करो तो ही शुड डेवलप्स अ गुड रिलेशनशिप विद द काउंसलर. काउंसलर इज अ पर्सन हु इज अ person who's a victim, okay, who needs good amount of counseling from a counselor. So counselor का ये चीज है कि he should develop a good relationship with the counselee. He should develop a mutual understanding and respect with the counselee. He should always be patient. He should listen to the grievance carefully. जब भी कोई डिप्रेस्ड होता है, स्ट्रेस होता है, तो अपना कुछ भाषण देने से पहले सबसे पहले वो बेचारे का तकलीफ सुनो. वो 1 घंटा तकलीफ सुनाएगा आपको, मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम था, मेरा वो प्रॉब्लम था, मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ के भाग गई, मुझे मैसेज नहीं करती, रिप्लाई नहीं करती, आई थिंक शी इज चिटिंग ऑन मी, ये वो कुछ ना कुछ करता रहता उनका. So that problem needs to be listened by the counselor. He should not interrupt in between while he's explaining, because he trying to come out, he trying to bring out all the stress, all the frustration out from his mind. So the most important that he listen to the grievance कि भाई इसको problem क्या है. Then cooperative attitude should be there. You should have a sympathy with the counseling. Make an attempt that background, you to know the background of worries, threat, anxiety. You need to find out ki why the person is really having a stress, why the person really into depressed. You need to find out a reason. Then you make himself available. जब भी फोन करो, हाँ फोन उठा के बात करो, मैसेज आया मैसेज का रिप्लाई करो. This will always help you to make the counseling part. And be friendly. Always try to make sure कि you are friendly with these people. जितना friendly रहोगे उतना ही आपके काउंसलिंग को अच्छा रहेगा. then what you do not have to do being an counselor, आपको ये काम नहीं करना है, तो you should not develop a conflict. being an counselor अगर आप ही झगड़ा करोगे उससे तो वो अच्छी बात नहीं है, तो you should not have to have a conflict with the counseling. You do not have any kind of vested interest in counseling. आपका आप उसका कोई भी undue advantage नहीं लेना चाहिए. You should not take any kind of undue advantage. For example, you take out money from the person, you take out unnecessary, मुझे पार्टी दे दे, मुझे घूमने को लेकर चल, हम ड्राइव पे चलते, ये वो, ऐसा चीज नहीं होना चाहिए. Do not angry on counseling. Should not should angry on a counselor. Do not resist. Then should not be biased. Okay, then you do not exploit a counselor for self-interest. You should not exploit this person. Do not put any kinds of pressures. किसी भी तरह का प्रेशर आपको उस पर नहीं डालना चाहिए. So these are the do's and the don'ts that the counselor has to be done. Then you have a different types of counseling. You have a directive counseling, you have a non-directive counseling. In directive counseling, the person will try to explain his problem कि बाबा मेरे को ये प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, मेरा पर्सनल लाइफ बहुत ही स्ट्रेस में जा रहा है, आई एम फेसिंग रियली एन नंबर्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लम. So directive problems are there. In this, with the help of the counseling, you'll bring and you'll come to certain conclusion. आप एम्प्लॉयज का सारे प्रॉब्लम सुनोगे एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ द एम्प्लॉय you will make a decisions कि what exactly we have to do in future, what we need to do. Okay, we need to motivate the employees, we need to counsel them, we need to advise them. You need to do a reassurance, we have to have a proper communication, other function you have to do that comes under your directive counseling. Then you have a non-directive counseling as well. In non-directive counseling, the person keep will sit with you and आपको 1-2 घंटा लंबी चौड़ी कहानी सुनाएगा, अच्छा खासा कहानी सुना के यू ही विल ट्राई एंड एक्सप्लेन कि मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ वैसा हुआ, लोग मुझे इग्नोर करते हैं, मुझसे भी बात नहीं करते, दे पुट मी अलोन, ऐसा. Okay, they see me that I am not a right performance of an in the organization, I'm not right employee, मैं लोगों की चुगली करता हूँ, ऐसा वैसा. तो he'll put all the things, he'll bring entire things what is there in his mind. He'll dial, he'll put everything, he'll share everything without any fear of shame, embarrassment, सब कुछ वो निकाल के करेगा. So in non-directive approach, he tried to reduce the tension and frustration. Okay, employees tend has an opportunity to release some pent up feelings in usually in a better position to view the problem is more objectively and with a problem solving attitude. Here also they try to understand the issues, okay, of the employees, and they try to resolve that problems. In third, in participative counseling, the counselor and the counselee, first of all, the counselee will listen to all the depressions, all the stress, all the tensions, all the what is happening in his life, and this both the people will exchange the ideas. These two people will exchange the ideas and they will come to the mutual idea कि हाँ ये हम कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई रियली वॉन्ट टू reduce माई स्ट्रेस, तो मेडिटेशन में कर सकता हूँ, मॉर्निंग के लिए योगा कर सकता हूँ, मॉर्निंग वॉक के लिए जा सकता हूँ. ठीक है, अगर फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम है तो मैं थोड़ा सा खर्चा कम करूँ या इन्वेस्टमेंट ज़्यादा करने की कोशिश करूँ. अगर पैसा मेरा सेव नहीं हो रहा है तो मुझे कौन से चीज़ पे ध्यान देना चाहिए, दैट नीड्स टू बी लिस्ट डाउन. So in participative counseling, both the counselor and the counselee will sit together and they will discuss कि बाबा what best we can do to come out from this situation. That is more important. So it has a directive counseling, you have a non-directive counseling, again you have a participative counseling. Then there's a technique of what you say, there are different kinds of technique for counseling. You have releasing emotional tension. So emotional tension के लिए you many people who need counseling ना, they are emotionals. See, as I'm not saying that कि by those people who are practical in life do not have stress, they do have a stress, sometimes even they require a counseling. But there are people who are too emotional. मतलब अगर मैं कुछ भी बोल दूं ना, अरे मेरे को ऐसा बोला, अगर मगर मैं किसी स्टूडेंट को चिल्ला दूं, "अरे रावल सर ने ऐसा बोल दिया, मेरा कोई गलती ही नहीं था, सबके सामने डांट दिया." समटाइम्स आर इंटेंशन इज नॉट इन सच ए वे, बट कुछ कुछ लोग इतना इमोशंस रहते हैं कि थोड़ा भी कुछ बोलते हैं रो देते रहते हैं, हर बार रोने का, दिन रात रोने का, बस रोते रहने का, that emotion that have. So you need to make sure that you have to release that emotional tension. कि इमोशनल टेंशन कैसे निकालो ये बंदे का, what technique I should make that ये हर बार जो इमोशनल हो रहा है, ये इमोशनल को निकाल फेंक दूं, तो दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट। ऐसे लोगों का देख डर, मन में डर रहता है, रिस्पेक्ट, मुझे रिस्पेक्ट नहीं दिया, मेरा इंसल्ट हो गया, एंग्जाइटी मेरा कर दिया, दे ऑलवेज फील गिल्टी, हाँ मेरे से गलती हो गया। So this small things are there that always make the people very emotional. For example, I'm going through a road and आई सी सम बेगर, जैसे कुरला से आते रहता हूँ मैं हमेशा, तो वहां पे दो तीन बेगर धूप में रहता है, तो आई फील वेरी इमोशनल फॉर देम, तो कभी कभी कुछ ना कुछ दे देता हूँ मैं वहां पे। तो when you see people's in stress, so you have that emotion in mind बाबा, ये क्या है लोगों की जिंदगी में, लोग किस तरह के स्ट्रेस में रहते हैं। यू गो टू हॉस्पिटल्स, hospital is the best place where you can see the emotions. Okay, you just go and stand for 1 hour in hospital lobby, you can see the people crying, you can see the people laughing, you can people seeing smiling, the people who will be stressed क्योंकि बिल नहीं भर पा रहे हैं, किसी के पेशेंट अच्छा सा ट्रीटमेंट होके बाहर घर पे जा रहा है, किसी के लोग हॉस्पिटल के अंदर एडमिट हो रहे हैं, किसी का कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, किसी को नया कोई बीमारी डिटेक्ट हुआ, ये वो, तो एन नंबर्स ऑफ टेंशंस आर देयर। You just go and stand in hospital for 1 hour and you can see different kinds of tension, different kinds of emotions. So you need to do a counseling. So whenever the persons are really having a stress, you need to find out कि how to remove them. बोलते हैं ना कि एक moral support चाहिए, जब भी आप का घर से कोई पेशेंट है या जिसको रेगुलर हॉस्पिटलिस्ट के लिए जाना पड़ता है, तो आप पैसा मत खर्चा करो, लेकिन मेरे साथ खड़े रहो, आप कुछ भी मत करो, यू जस्ट स्टैंड विथ मी। दैट मोरल सपोर्ट गिव्स अ स्ट्रेंथ टू द पर्सन कि हाँ, अगर मुझे कुछ हुआ तो मेरे पीछे कोई तो है। वेन एवर योर फादर मदर इज देयर, तो योर फादर से तू कर बिंदास, कुछ होगा तो मैं देख लूंगा। तो कुछ होगा तो देख लूंगा वाला बात सिर्फ बोलने के लिए होता है, बट दैट कुछ होगा तो मैं देख लूंगा जब वो बोलते हैं डैडी, इसका मतलब क्या है कि यू हैव दैट बैकिंग, यू हैव द सपोर्ट सिस्टम, you know if something fucked up, if something went wrong, my father is there, he will always help me out. So that releasing an emotional tension is important. Then effective communication, you need to have a regular conversation with the person. जितना बात करोगे, जितना exchange of ideas करोगे, जितना आप share करोगे, उतना ही problems कम होगा। See, whenever the people have a problem, just try to talk with you. जितना आप लोग बात करोगे, जितना आप एक दूसरे से शेयर करोगे, या सबॉर्डिनेटर्स या सुपीरियर्स की बात करो, तो वेन एवर सुपीरियर ट्राई एंड दे हैव द थिंग्स विद द subordinate peoples, they can easily try to release the stress from the employees. That is more important. So you need to have a effective communication in a proper way. Clarified thinking is nothing than you should have a positive thinking. सी पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग से जो जो नेगेटिव काम होता है वो भी कभी कभी आपका बदल जाता है। ऐसा नहीं है कि पॉजिटिव सोच रहेगा तो सारा आपका चीज पॉजिटिव होगा, बट ऐसा नहीं कि 100 में से 70 काम तो आपका पॉजिटिवली होगा, माइट 30% आपका काम नहीं होगा, लेकिन 70% तो काम हुआ। तो ऑलवेज थिंक इन अ पॉजिटिव वे। इफ यू रियली हैज स्ट्रेस, फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रेस, हाँ पैसे का प्रॉब्लम है, पैसा आएगा। यू हैव रिलेशनशिप प्रॉब्लम, सो टुडे वी हैव रिलेशनशिप प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है आज का दिन जाने दो, हम लोग कल बात करेंगे। सो पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग शुड ऑलवेज देयर। पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग से क्या होता है कि यू गेट दैट होप दैट आई कैन रियली डू समथिंग, I can bring something change, I can make something change in my life. So that positive change is important. Then performance counseling. So performance counseling is like you need to relate the you need to match the performance. So अगर performance match नहीं हो रहा है कंपनी में, you need to find out why the performance is not there of a person, what is the thing which is lacking behind that performance that needs to be that performance is more importantly to fill a gap. तो डिजायर परफॉर्मेंस एंड एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस में जो गैप आ रहा है, तो वाई देयर इज अ गैप बिटवीन डिजायर परफॉर्मेंस एंड एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. तो परफॉर्मेंस you need to find out, and in similar way you need to counsel the employees कि भाई तेरा कहाँ कहाँ पे गलती हो रहा है, तो कहाँ कहाँ पे गलती कर रहा है, तो कैसे बात करना चाहिए, प्रोडक्ट का इंफॉर्मेशन कैसा है, तो किस तरह से लोगों को कन्विंस करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. तो यू कैन इजिली फाइंड आउट कि वेर इज अ गैप एंड हाउ दिस गैप शुड बी filled. तो performance gap should be filled. Then counseling against drugs and alcohol, this is the one of the most important counseling. ये 90% तो थेरेपी से होता है, या आप किसी योगा सेंटर में चले चले जाओ जहाँ पे आपको अच्छा खासा थेरेपी मिलेगा, या ड्रग्स एंड अल्कोहल्स के सेंटर से आप वहाँ पे चले जाओ, वहाँ से आपको आपको काउंसलिंग मिलेगा. ओके, meditation करोगे, morning meditation, yoga, that also will help the people. So meditate, if you do half an hour or 1 hour of meditation every day, you can really grow in life. That is more important. Then you have desensitization. The desensitization is something, you see something, you something has a shock. One second. Desensitization is something like if a person go through any kind of situation, अगर किसी को किसी भी तरह का शॉक लगता है, तो वो शॉक इन doesn't mean electrical shock, but for example, you took a bike of your friend and unfortunately you met the small accident. तो वो आपके दिमाग में बैठ जाता है कि भाई दोस्त लोगों को गाड़ी या किसी का गाड़ी नहीं लेना चाहिए, बिकॉज वेन एवर आई टेक अ व्हीकल ऑफ माई फ्रेंड, आई ऑलवेज फेस्ड अ प्रॉब्लम कि बाबा मैंने मेरा एक्सीडेंट हुआ है, आई फेस अ प्रॉब्लम. So that shock system is there. The shock will always give that the situation is created. तो आप next time वो ऐसा कुछ करोगे नहीं, similar kind of mistakes you will not do. So that is said to be the desensitization. So some incident which happens in life which gives you a lesson, which gives you a lesson that कि ये चीज या ये mistake हमको कभी वापस नहीं करना है. That is more important. That shock is important in life. So this also help in counseling the employees as well. Then you have catheresis. Catheresis is nothing, none other than you have a discharge of emotional tension. Whenever the emotional tension is removed, it can be called as a catheresis. So removing the emotional tension, as I said, talk to the person regular basis. Okay, make sure that he do not take any kinds of wrong steps, wrong decisions. You should not take a wrong decisions. So that is more important. So whenever you try to reduce the tension of anxiety, fear, hostility, guilt, insult, okay, fearness, जब आप ये सारा चीज reduce करते हो, इसको हम लोग बोलेंगे you are reducing the emotional tension of a person. That is more important. Then when you talk about like insight is something like some people always try to devalue themselves कि मेरा कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है. आई डू नॉट हैव एनी वैल्यू इन एन ऑफिस, आई डू नॉट हैव एनी वैल्यू इन माई फैमिली, इन माई फ्रेंड्स. कभी कभी लगता है लोगों को, जब जब हम हमारे फ्रेंड्स हमसे अच्छे से बात नहीं करते हैं, या ऑफिस के फ्रेंड्स हमसे अच्छे से बात नहीं करते, तो हमको कभी ना कहीं लगता है कि भाई मुझे मुझे वो वैल्यू नहीं मिल रहा है, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग दैट. ऐसा नहीं होता है. एवरी पर्सन हैज अ वैल्यू. ओके, नाउ इन दिस वर्ल्ड, it is a Kalyug wala world nowadays. So in this Kalyug, no one comes to you without a reason. See, whenever you मुझे मस्त पे के सिक्स पैक्स का बॉडी बना के अच्छा खासा स्मार्ट लुक देख कुछ मिलने वाला है नहीं, अदर देन लाइक सामने वाले बंदे का कुछ ना कुछ आपसे कोई ना कुछ काम होता है तब जाके वो आपसे हमेशा बात करता है, या किसी को इतनी पड़ी नहीं है आज के डेट पे कि आपसे फालतू में 2-2 घंटा बात करते रहे। नो, there's always something that he wants from you, then only he try to remain in contact with you. So whenever you feels that ki baba I am devalue unnecessarily, that feeling should be removed from one's mind ki no, you have certain values. Okay, your family members, especially your mother father, will never ever thought about कि भाई मेरा बच्चा का वैल्यू कम है। नो, मेरे दोनों बच्चों के या मेरा एक ही बच्चे का या मेरा तीनों बच्चों का सेम वैल्यू है मेरे नजरों में। So that inside thing is there that needs to be removed from the mind of a person. Then developing a new pattern. So once you start removing the emotional tension, or once you found out that कि भाई हाँ slowly gradually I'm making sure that कि बाबा इसका tension यहाँ से निकल रहा है, तो that new pattern needs to be developed. That new pattern should be there. You need to see that, you can see that कि you can experience a positive feelings वगैरह पे यहाँ पे आ रहे हैं, the peoples are really feeling good in this. So developing a new pattern is important. So these are the various techniques of counseling for the employees, society, and in organization. Then you have a career. Career is more important. Now career में आपको सबको पता है कि career क्या होता है, career development क्या होता है. You are all studying nowadays because you want to make a career in life. So this career really helps the person to grow in life. Career development is more important. You need to clear your 10th standard, then you have to clear 10 plus 2, that is 12 standard. Similarly, you have to clear your graduation properly, then you have a post graduation. Some might go for further studies in abroad. So you need to have a career development. So mostly people after post graduation, they go for a job. They always go for a job, so that job is important. So job has a career chart. Okay, you have a career chart from exploration stage to establishment stage, then you have a mid career, late career, and decline stage. So this is how the entire career stage happens. So you can see at the bottom the 25, 35, 50, 60, and 70, it is the age basically given in the years. So till 25, till 25 तो आप पढ़ाई करते रहते हो बेसिकली, मतलब नॉट 25 बट यू कैन से बाय 20, 22, एट द एज ऑफ 22 यू डू द स्टडीज, बिकॉज आपका ग्रेजुएशन खत्म होता है 20th के एज में, एंड आपका पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन खत्म होता है मोस्टली बाय 22 इफ यू डू नॉट हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ केटीज। अगर आपको किसी भी तरह केटीज वगैरह नहीं है तो आपका ये सारा चीज 20 एट द एज ऑफ 20 शुड बी गेट क्लियर्ड. So that is more important. So once you found a job, once you complete with your post graduation, you go for a establishment department. So you start your studies has been start. Your job is being start here at the establishment stage. In establishment stage you start an executive part, you start as a joining. So आप 22-23 की उम्र से लेके 35 की उम्र तक आपका एक ऐसा एज होता है जहाँ पे आप नए नए चीज सीखते हो. दिस इज द प्लेस वेर यू स्टार्ट लर्निंग न्यू थिंग्स इन लाइफ. That is more important. So it is the establishment stage where you try to understand what I have to do in my life, which job I need to take up. Should I go for a government job, should I go for my private job, अगर private में करूँगा तो कहाँ पे करूँगा, कैसे करूँगा. And here whatever mistakes you made, these mistakes basically are not taken into serious. These mistakes basically are forgiven. The organization do not consider this mistakes so seriously. So establishments is something like it's a learning stage. You try to learn many things at this stage. When you move forward from your establishment stage to a mid career is one of the most important career where you try to set at one place. आप एक जगह पे सेट होने की कोशिश करते हो and you have a continuous learning. You try and put efforts and try to learn more and more things. You put your heart and soul in your job, and you try to settle at some place. You, if you want to settle in banking industry, you want to settle into IT industry, manufacturing industry, कोई भी इंडस्ट्री में अगर सेट होना है तो आपके लिए मिड करियर बहुत, बिकॉज मिड करियर में आपकी शादी होती है. देन 35 में 35 लेस से 50 के एज में आपकी शादी. देन यू हैव स्मॉल चाइल्ड्स. तो आपका पूरा घर, सेटलमेंट, सब कुछ होता है. सो इन दिस प्लेस फ्रॉम 35 to 50, you make sure that ki you have a proper career and you know now where I have to work for rest of my life. This is more important. This is the mid career, and यहाँ पे आपको किसी भी तरह का गलती का माफी नहीं मिलेगा. The company will not take you granted if you start making mistakes, because at this age you are considered as an experienced person for certain industry. अगर आप बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री की बात करो तो आपको इतना नॉलेज तो आ चुका है क्योंकि आपने 10 साल काम किया है. फ्रॉम 25 to 35 एज अगर मैं पकड़ूं तो you have worked for almost 10 years and you have given ample of time for your job. So now you have ample of knowledge, you have ample of skills, competencies to make sure that you do not make any kinds of mistakes in your mid career. So here do not have any kind of opportunity to make mistakes, but you need to have a continuous learning at this age. Then you will move forward to a late career. Now in late career, you reach towards अराउंड लाइक 60s. तो ये आपका रिटायरमेंट एज की, आप रिटायरमेंट एज की तरफ बढ़ रहे हो लेकिन रिटायरमेंट नहीं है आपका यहाँ पे. You become a vice president of a company, you become a president of a company, you become a CEO of a company. तो यहाँ पे आपको भागम दौड़ी करने की जरूरत नहीं होती है. At this place you sit and you just give advice. You do not have to run here and there. You make the policy of a company, you change the procedure of a company, you you keep a watch on the employees. You make sure that whatever developments are there, वो डेवलपमेंट कहाँ कहाँ पे जरूरत है वो डेवलपमेंट में करो अपने कंपनीज में. तो यू सी एंड यू मेक द चेंजेस. You sit at a topmost positions of a company at this age as a late career. So you really has a good ample of knowledge with you. You have that thing with you that you can consult people, you can advise people, you can change the organization to a different level. That is said to be the late career part. Then once this advising part and the late career try to end, then you come to decline part. Decline part is none other than your retirement age. In this retirement age you start losing your roles and responsibilities from the organization. अभी यहाँ पे आपका रोल खत्म होने की डिक्लाइन पे होता है. नाउ प्राइवेट कंपनीज में एज फैक्टर आज भी 60 का है, बट कुछ कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं कि 60 हो जाने के बाद भी पीपल टेन टू वर्क विथ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर सर्टन ऑन ऑनरी बेसिस on certain amount. So they work with the organization, so that is more important. So decline stage pe you come to retirement age and you start uh, giving up with the roles and responsibilities from the organizations, and you make the second innings. Here from here your second inning starts. Second inning का मतलब होता है after retirement. So after retirement you will do a morning walk, you will sit with the old age peoples. This is how the career chart grows. So these are the 5 stages of a career where from your beginning, from your studies, you move ahead with the establishment stage, you move ahead for the mid career, which is a much more important part of your life. देन यू हैव अ लेट करियर एंड यू हैव अ डिक्लाइन स्टेज. अगर मेरी बात करो तो अभी फिलहाल तो मैं एस्टैब्लिशमेंट स्टेज और मिड करियर के बीच में हूँ, बिकॉज आई एम जस्ट 31 राइट नाउ. तो आई नो इन विच इंडस्ट्री, इन विच सेक्टर आई हैव टू मेक माई करियर. आई एम ऑलरेडी वर्किंग ऑन इट. ओके, तो मुझे पता है कि मुझे एजुकेशन इंडस्ट्री में ही आगे जाना है. तो आई नो व्हाट आई एम डूइंग राइट नाउ. if I get better opportunity than this, still I have a time to move ahead. एक बार मैंने 35 क्रॉस कर लिया तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा मेरे लिए. So I still have 4 years in my hand. If I really want to choose a different stream, I want to go to different sector, I can do that because I have a time. एक बार मेरा मिड करियर चालू हो गया तो मिड करियर में I need to focus here only. So right now, if I give my example, I am at the establishment stage और मिड करियर के बीच में हूँ basically. So these are the various model for self-development. अगर job responsibility है तो what is the assets and whatever liabilities. Good communication skill should be there. Provide quality work, coordinating training program, cost within the budget. The liabilities would be deliver lectures in courses, handling personal relations, timely recruitment, timely publication in journal. Then leadership quality. The quality of a leader should be he should be innovator, initiator, self-confidence, technical competency, sound education, intelligence. If you talk about the liabilities of the leadership, what is administrative skills, motivator, continued self-development, good communication skills, potential for growth, decision maker. Then relationship, in relationship, like I said, would be a boss, a superior, subordinate, and union leaders. If you talk about the liabilities, would be a peers, clients and customers, governments and public. So this is just for your information. Then you have a succession planning. Now succession planning is something most important part of every organization. Succession planning is said to be that the company will find out a person who will be taking over the charge of an organization after a certain person. For example, Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata is one of the best leader you can see in Tata Group. तो अभी उनका रिटायरमेंट, एक्चुअली रिटायरमेंट उनका हो चुका है, बट नाउ ही इज वर्किंग ऑनरी ऑन टाटा ग्रुप. सो ही अपॉइंटेड एज अ सक्सेसर, okay, as a successor of a company to Cyrus Mistry. So Mr. Cyrus Mistry was appointed as the CEO of Tata Group. Okay, but unfortunately that didn't work out, and he Tata Group has to remove Cyrus Mistry from the board, and there's something conflict is happening between them. So there's no proper workout has happened. बस सक्सेशन प्लानिंग का मतलब ये होता है, एक कोई बड़े इंसान के बाद, सीईओ फॉर एग्जांपल सीईओ के बाद, who will be running the organization. For example, Mukesh Ambani के बाद the second succession planner और second succession person will be the Anant Ambani, या उसका जो छोटा बेटा है वो will be the person, the second person will be the successor of a plan of the Reliance industry. So they need to find out a person ki after me, who is gonna run this company, who will make this, bring this organization to the next level, what will be the place, or who will be taking the responsibility of this organization after me. उसको बोलेंगे हम सक्सेशन प्लानिंग. सक्सेशन प्लानिंग 90% रिटायरमेंट के बाद होता है, क्योंकि रिटायर एक पर्सन जो सीईओ है या वाइस प्रेसिडेंट है, he got retired, or might be he got accidental या unfortunate death हो गया उसका, या some of the other problems are there and he has to come down from that post. So you need to find out, you need to make sure that कि मेरे पास एक बैकअप में बंदा है कि I can take that person to that succession planning. So Ratan Tata is not married, so you do not have a son, तो जो जिसको वो अपॉइंट कर सके. मुकेश अंबानी इज मैरिड, तो मुकेश अंबानी माइट give that thing to his son Anand Ambani, because he know that कि मेरे बाद जो रिलायंस चला सकता है वो मेरा बेटा ही चला सकता है. That is more important. So that is said to be a succession planning. Who will be running the business after me, and especially only on a top management. ये सिर्फ top management में ही होता है. सक्सेशन प्लानिंग किसी भी तरह से मिडिल लेवल या जूनियर लेवल या नीचे कहीं पे भी नहीं होता. ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ टॉप लेवल पे ही होता है. ओके, सो इफ यू वांट टू डू, यू वांट टू फाइंड आउट द स्टेप्स कि अगर मुझे सक्सेशन प्लानिंग करना है तो मुझे सबसे पहले क्या करना पड़ेगा. सबसे पहले मुझे करना पड़ेगा, यू नीड टू एनालाइज द फ्यूचर, यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट द फ्यूचर कि what, where I want to see my company in future, where I want to see in my company, and who has the ability to take that company to that next level. That is more important. So you need to do the proper analysis of an organization. Then you need to find out a role. What kind of future role analysis is required? What kind of skills, knowledge, attributes are required to fill that gap, to fill that position? What kind of job description, job specification, what kind of personality will be requiring, what kind of competency will be requiring to in that person who can be taking this role for a future. So role analysis is also important. Then you need to find out a person, the most important part. आपके दिमाग में 1 से 1.5 साल या 2 साल से पहले किसी का रिटायरमेंट आ रहा है, तो 2 साल से आपको एक बंदा ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि भाई आफ्टर अ रिटायरमेंट ऑफ अभिजीत रावल कौन इसका पोजीशन लेगा. Okay, I need to find out almost 4 to 5 different people and we need to observe that people for next 2 years, the performance, the decision making ability, the person, how he tackle the situation, how he talks to the people, okay, how he give his ideas, how much input he gives in the organization. Everything is been analyzed by the companies, and they try to keep an eye ki who is the best performer and to whom we can make the future successor of an organization. That is more important. Then if you find out a person कि बाबा ये लोगों को हम कर सकते हैं, तो required training, learning and development analysis is required. So whatever training and development learning is required for that position, you start doing these activities. That is more important, because जो जो आपको ट्रेनिंग का जरूरत रहेगा वो ट्रेनिंग आपको उसको देना पड़ेगा. You need to conduct a regular interview, you need to talk to them on regular basis. See, ये जब साइरस मिस्त्री का अपॉइंटमेंट हुआ था तो उन्होंने इंटरव्यू लिया, तो इंटरव्यू 5-10 मिनट का नहीं था. रतन टाटा टुक द इंटरव्यू फॉर 6 months. हर बार 1 घंटा, 2 घंटा, 2.5 घंटा, 5 घंटे, 6 घंटे. They discuss how we should be get developed, how the company can move ahead, how we can earn more amount of profit. This is how the interview conversation happens. So you need to start giving training, and you should create that environment of learning and development, and you need to find out key on which areas we need to start the development. That is a more important point. Similarly, the learning and development activity should be conducted, a suitable training activity should be conducted in the organization. See, at this level, when you talk about the when you talk about like succession planning, यहाँ पे सबसे difficult काम होता है decision making. डिसीजन लेना, मतलब डिसीजन लेना तो हर जगह पे डिफिकल्ट होता है. दिस इज वन ऑफ द डिफिकल्ट टास्क इन एवरीवन्स लाइफ, नॉट नॉट ऑन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लेवल. आपके लाइफ में, मेरे लाइफ में, हर एक के लाइफ में सबसे डिफिकल्ट टास्क होता है टू मेक डिसीजंस. So you need to create activities, you need to create a scenarios in such a way that the person can understand the situation. The company people, the board of directors will put that person into different situation, and he'll make sure that if something went wrong with the organization, if the share of the company went down, fall down, रातों रात कुछ problem होता है, तो what will be your strategies, what you will do, what, how you gonna cope up with such kind of situation. So these activities needs to be conducted in the organization, and from them he can start learning. तो डिसीजन मेकिंग आसान हो जाता है इससे. Then you go for employee placement. So once you found out the person, you can easily do the placement of a person. You know who is the right person for right job at the right place. You know the required skills, abilities, attributes, success, everything you know about it. You will start doing the employee placement in the organization. See, rather than bringing a fresh blood from outside, he'll take almost 6 months to learn. He will take 6 months to understand the organization. Rather than taking a person from outside, I'll take some person who is already working inside a company. First of all, it increase the motivation of the person, एंड इससे क्या होगा कि एक लॉयल्टी, एक ऑनेस्टी क्रिएट हो जाती है कि नो, द कंपनी हैज चूज्ड मी फॉर दिस पोस्ट, तो आई शुड गिव माई 100%. So rather than bringing a person from the outside, I'll make sure there's a person from the inside as well. I do not make a fresh injection of blood in my organization. So employee placement is important. So these are the steps of succession planning. Okay. So here we have done with our unit 2 as well today. How was the session? Upper?
Yes, it was quite good.
Okay. So I guess all the concept is being clearly explained. अगर कोई doubt होगा मैं इसका recording भेजूंगा, आप देख लो एक बार. अगर कहीं पे doubt होगा तो we can take a doubt session as well. Okay. So shall we stop here now? Okay, I am stopping the lecture right now then. Okay, Sarthak.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll send the recording in some time,
All right,
and
sir.
today's session is over. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Take care.